Good morning. Neon here, of course. It has been 260 days since I started my Appalachian Trail through hike in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia on April 27th, 2025. I have about 550 miles to go. The section that I missed in Virginia, Tennessee, and North Carolina due to my car accident last fall. I am going to head today up to North Carolina and try to knock out about 30 miles of that. The section between Fontana Dam and the Nantahala Outdoor Center should take me 2 days. I'm planning on slack packing that. Part of it is that I can, because there is somebody at a hostel that I know can work with me, and the other part of it is I feel like I should, because I am still in a little bit of foot pain from the plantar fasciitis or whatever that is. I still haven't been to a doctor yet. Probably should, but if the pain gets a little excessive, then I can always just make it a one-day hike. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully 2 days of hiking in January in North Carolina Appalachian Trail. Should be cold and barren. I am at Stokoe Gap, and it is about 10 o'clock in the morning and about 22 degrees. I parked the little white car. Hopefully it will still be there in 2 days. And the trail southbound goes up the hill right behind me. So I hope that I can make it to the NOC by dark. I decided to do this hike yesterday when I noticed that the temperatures were going to be above freezing today and tomorrow, and without any precipitation. It took me a little bit longer to get here than I thought it was going to. I got about 14 miles. So if I can average 2 miles an hour without any stops, then I should be at the NOC restaurant about 5 o'clock. So, onward and upward. 1 mile to get to the top of this bump. Looking at the map, I think that I'm going to go over that bump and maybe along that ridge line and over that bump. Up and down a little bit for the rest of the morning. Let's see what we got here. Sign says I'm on Mount Possible, 3,800 feet. Walk 1.6 miles from Stokoe Gap. About 4 miles to Chioa Bald. 5 miles to Sassafras. And I don't know, 14 to go, no, 12 to go to the NOC. See what we look like here. We got a little nature's thermometer here. And what I mean is the leaves on the rhododendron wilt and curl up when the temperature gets below freezing. And at least in this spot here, they seem to be starting to spring back up. Oh, I guess the trail goes this way. Ice, ice, baby. All right, let's see what we got here. It says a number of things, including NOC 8 miles that way. It's almost 1 o'clock, so it's going to be 6 or something before I get to the NOC Bartram Trail back that way. There's the survey of the mountaintop. And
This might be the high point of the day. Can't get a really good shot because of the way the sun is, but you get the idea. Goodbye, Chawa Bald. I don't think the trail is there. I think it's here, but there's no white places either way. So we'll see if I see one around the corner here, I hope. I don't want to walk downhill and have to turn around. I think that might be one on that tree right there. Yes, the white blaze. Looks a lot like snow left over from some previous storm here on the north side of the hill. About 2:15, still hiking of course, but getting a little hungry, so I'm gonna have a snack. I've got another honey stinger that I got as a Christmas gift in a multi-pack. Yum, yum, yum. Tell you what, hiking southbound into the Nantahala River Gorge is definitely the way to go. It's a long down, like 7 miles a down, which would be 7 miles a up if I was coming the other way. It's almost like I'm cheating slack packing here. It's easy to just walk past these little blue blazes to the side because I'm in a hurry. But this is what I came for. Experience this mountain. Could be wrong, but I think that is the valley that the Nantahala River goes through right there. Meaning the AT goes up the other side somewhere. Well, this section of the trail is a pain in the foot. It's been like this for about a half a mile. Rocks of various sizes and jumbling. I think I could camp right there. 3 miles to go, and we have a marker dedicated to Wade Sutton on December 7th, 1968. 783 Fleet, southwest from this point, North Carolina Forest Service Ranger gave his life suppressing a forest fire, that you may more fully enjoy your hike along this trail. Rest in peace, Wade Sutton. Thank you for your service. An obelisk. I was wondering if I was going to see any engineering. Reckon that is the Nantahala River down there. First glimpse of that. I think we got about a half a mile till I get to the bridge going over it. Look at them big rocks. Didn't take me quite as long as I was expecting to get here, because I guess the second half of the day was mostly downhill. It's about 4:45, and I'm going to go over here, see if I can get a bite to eat from the restaurant. Had a nice trout, some peach cobbler, salad, potatoes. It's awfully good dinner. Waiting for my ride to take me up to Rambling Roots Hostel. So Bookie brought me downstairs already, and I've gotten the rundown. They've got the showers down here and some hiker clothes. And this is the room I've got. I'm the only hiker in the bunks tonight, so I've got a private bunk. That one right there is where I'm going to sleep. I think last time I slept up there, so it was right at home. You know, I thought about going upstairs and hanging out for a while, but this bed seems to be a very comfortable place to be right now after taking a shower and putting on my loaner clothes. So I think that's a wrap for the day.
I had a good night's sleep at Rambling Roots Hostel. Bookie's going to drive me up to Fontana Dam Marina this morning, and then I'm going to hike back to my car at Stokoa Gap. It is 15 and a half miles, so we're going to get started here pretty soon. Hopefully, I'll leave here around 7. Sunrise is at 7:45. I am at the Fontana Crossing Marina. Bookie's on her way back to the hostel, and I'm going to hike up the Appalchian Trail right up there. Going up. "22 degrees, not too bad. Got started hiking at 8 this morning, and as I said, I've got about 15 and a half miles to go. The first, well, I think the majority of it, probably at least 8 or 9 of it, are uphill, mainly out of the Fontana Valley, I guess you'd call it. Oh. And might get up into the 40s today, which is something to look forward to, I reckon. It's gonna be a long day. I am not in good shape. I have lost my trail legs, and this was maybe a little ambitious to do this section, but I can't get out of it now. 9 a.m. Been hiking about an hour. This is what the trail looks like. You can see Fontana Lake behind me. I don't know if you can make out the dam. This is not just engineering. This is the Billy Goat Gruff Memorial Bridge. 1-lane bridge, no oversized loads. Load limit, 2 legs or less, 300 pounds. 2 to 4 legs, 600 pounds. 6 legs prohibited. Yeah. I reckon I was here in 2014 on my through hike of the Benton Mackay Trail and went up there towards that ridge behind me. And today I'm going to go up that ridge behind me over yonder. Walker Gap. About 9:30 in the morning, been hiking about an hour and a half. Oh. This is the trail at 10 a.m. Probably have to go over there and hike over that mountain. I have come to Cable Gap Shelter, which is right on the trail. There is a creek of sorts in front of it. Looks like they might have a little roof leak. There's a tarp up there. And over yonder is the privy, which is conveniently located for me. The sign says I have gone 6.6 miles. Well, about 6 miles actually, because that's 6.6 to the shelter. And I have a ways to go. Well, there's a bowl if I've ever seen one. Tree seems okay. Big old bowl. 11 o'clock. Since I've been hiking 3 hours, I thought I would take a 15-minute pack off break. Meaning my pack is right there holding up the tree, and I've got a little sit pad that's the back of my backpack that I'm using to keep off the cold, wet, stony, leafy ground. Get myself a little pepperoni wrap and drink a little water and then get going here. Put my puffy on because I got sweaty when I was hiking, but it's cold. So I don't want to get chilled while I'm eating my snack.
Come to a gap at 12:30. See a sign. I wonder what the name of this gap is. It says Cody Gap, C-O-D-Y. I reckon I could camp right there. A little tent would fit better right there. And the sign says Highway 129, 8 miles, but it's pointed that way, whereas the trail is over here. Wonder what Highway 129 is. I think that's where I'm going. 8 miles to go. 12:30. I should make it. Correction, I am not going to Highway 129. That must be another path, another trail that isn't very well marked. I have 5.5 miles to Toccoa Gap along the Appalachian Trail. So I am definitely going to make it before dark. Hot dog. Apparently, I made it to Toccoa Gap, and there are 2 benches, one of which looks a little more comfortable than the other. A little opening, and I reckon that might still be Lake Fontana over there. So maybe something else. Here's the trail at 2 o'clock. I've got 3 miles to go to my car, so making pretty good time. I do have in front of me a fairly steep descent. It is such a steep hill that they've given it a name. It's called Jacob's Ladder, and it's supposed to be like a 800 feet elevation change in, Bookie said, 7/8 of a mile. So there's something to look forward to. Might slow me down. Have to be careful going down it for sure. Okay, philosophy for the day. The up sucks. The down sucks. It all sucks. The joy is living to tell about it. I was up there, and now I'm here. And now, in the future, I will be down there. I don't think the camera does the steepness justice. That's pretty cool. Blowdown. Not only is it a giant T shape, you can see the blaze on the stump, well, half the blaze, because the other half is right up there. On the blowdown. There's the road. So it must be getting close to the little white car. Well, there's something you don't see every day. They even put a little hiker on the sign, and somebody took a Sharpie and gave them a backpack and some trekking poles. Guess that means I gotta go this way. I see there's some steps and some sort of engineering going on down there. I've done a good job of this, making sure people don't get hurt on the construction site. I see there's a road crossing over there, and I reckon the trail is going to head up on the other side of the road. I believe that the construction project involves these retaining walls. There's my little white car. 4 tires and 6 windows, just like I like it. That ends this adventure. 30 more miles down, 520 left to go to finish my through hike of the Appalachian Trail. Thanks for watching.